All right. Okay, I know. Welcome. Hello to you all. Welcome into the Eric Zane Show podcast. It is a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures. That's a question I get asked a lot. So what do you do? Like, do you do stuff? What happens? What goes on that show? And I'm like, I don't know. Somehow I just managed to string words together for a inordinate amount of time, and for going on 6 years, it's managed to work. And then I don't know. I talk about the news. I talk about what's going on in my life. There's always something ridiculous happening. So that's how it goes. And yesterday this is not the first time this has happened, what I'm about to tell you. But I didn't realize that it had happened before. I had forgotten that it had happened before. History repeated itself. At the basketball game last night, the goddamn shot clock malfunctioned. And I had just talked about it yesterday. As I'm walking out of the arena, I encountered Nick, the electrician, who works there. And he was instrumental, and I'll get to the details of it. Hold on. O'Neill, no. Drives me crazy. He was involved in getting it back to working again since he works maintenance at the facility. As I'm walking out, he goes, "That's the second time, Easy, that you have told that cursed story about what happened in 2016, February of 2016. And subsequent game, the shot clock malfunctioned." I go, "What?" He goes, "Yeah. Last year, you told that story. 10 hours later, you were at the arena, and then the clock malfunctioned. And this all happened on your show." I go, "Well, I don't recall any of that." He goes, "Well, I know that. But that's exactly what happened." So it happened again last night. I know it had happened once more at the Deltaplex, and I know it had happened at Van Andel Arena. But I couldn't have told you that I had actually talked about it on the show, and then hours later, it actually happened. But it was. And this was the big kahuna. This one was more devastating than any of the other ones that had happened. Considering what, happened on the court. Obviously, the first one was the most devastating, because I lost a job. Actually lost 2 jobs. So here we are on this anniversary again, anniversary week. The actual first incident actually happened on February 4, 2016. So when we get around that period of time, I'll may or may not tell that whole saga again. Sometimes it's fun to just go back and hear those stories, as ridiculous as they may be, even though you've heard them before. It's kind of like what's that fat ass's name who does comedy with his shirt off? Bert Kreischer telling the story about the Russian mafia. Every time there's a new layer added to the story that you tell it. So yesterday I told this story about the whole shot clock incident. I show up to work at the arena yesterday, and I sit down. And I notice people milling around the piece of electronics that runs the timer and the shot clock. Above the backboard, there's the display on either end. And it's fucked up. You can tell. And they're like, Now, the officials, they walk out. There's 3 refs. 2 of them are ladies for yesterday's game. And part of their checklist of things to get started every game is make sure that the clocks are operating properly. And this one ref, the crew chief, her name is Angel. She goes, "What's up with those?" And they're like, "Yeah, we're working on it. There's a loose wire." That was actually what was said. "Yeah, it's just a loose wire." She goes, "Oh, okay. Loose wire, you say?" Game starts with 31.3 seconds remaining. The quote-unquote loose wire, I guess, got a little bit too loose because that fucking thing went dark. Refs blow the whistle. "Okay, you going to get this fixed?" Yeah. We got it. There's like 1 or 2 people that are running the goddamn thing, and nothing's working. And it's getting awkward. And we're like playing YMCA, get the crowd. "Hey, it's time to dance. We gotta take care of this. No problem. Let's do the YMCA." YMCA ends. Clock not fixed. Okay, let's fucking, what's the name of that song? Give that big booty a slap. She hit the flow. Up, shut it, got low. So we're doing that one. All right, that ends. Let's go Macarena. Everybody. We're emptying the cupboard in the first quarter on things for the audience to do. Nick is with us right now. He says it's always 3 fucking minutes before the game when I get the call. So Nick, shows up there and troubleshooting. And we're getting nowhere fast. This went on for 37 minutes. At one point, the refs are talking to the guys at the scorers table. And then my spotter comes up to me and goes, "You are involved in this discussion." I said, "Oh, I know I am." And sure enough, she comes walking up. She goes, "Okay, I need you to open up your fucking cell phone. And you're going to run the timer on your phone. And every time there's a change in possession, you have to yell out how much time is left. And, excuse me. And then what you also have to do is have somebody next to you running a shot clock on their phone, 24 seconds. And then same thing. So this is even worse than the Deltaplex incident. Because not only do I have to announce a shot clock, 10 seconds remaining of the shot clock, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I have to announce how much time is left in the quarter. And then while she's giving me those instructions, one of the other refs says, no, fuck that. We're not going to do that. Come on over here. And they huddle. And then they come walking back. They go, all right, we're going to send both teams to the locker room. And this is going to get fixed. So I look at Nick. Nick looks at me. People in the audience now are looking at me. And I see, they're leaning out of they're jumping out of their seats practically, waiting for me to make some fucking crack. Did I rise to the occasion and say anything to reference the awkwardness and the ironicness of this? Well, of course I did. You got to dive in both feet. I announced on the PA for the audience. This is just great. I feel like I'm back at the Deltaplex. A couple of folks made eye contact. They're like, yep, we remember. Dwindling number of people even remember me, who I am. They're like, oh, yeah, there's that asshole who fucking threw his career onto a goddamn bonfire because he made fun of Joel's pants. Behind me is the guy who fired. Because if you remember, not only did I get fired for that fucking radio show, I got fired from the basketball team over that. This was, size of the problem. The overreaction involved in that was so fucking ridiculous. Because the basketball team fired me too. And they go, we stand with Joel. You will not make fun of his pants. You're fired. And then like 3 months later, I was out in front of the radio station smoking a dart. And the dude who owns the team walks up and goes, hey, what's going on? I go, not much. What are you doing? This is the guy who fired me. He goes, hey, do you want to come back? I go, come back? You fired me. He goes, yeah, I know, but that was just because everyone was firing you. We had to get on board and have fun and fucking fire you. I go, you fucking dick. Yeah, I'll come back. Fuck you. We had a big laugh. Off we went. He's standing behind me last night. And I look at him. I go, Steve. And he goes, yeah. Now I kind of, just to be, to capture the moment, I fudged the details a little bit because the first incident actually happened on February 4th, 2016. Or February 4th, 2016 was the game that the ill-fated shot clock incident happened. I look at him, I go, dude, 8 years ago tonight. 8 years ago tonight. He goes, no way. I go, yes. Can you believe this shit? He goes, oh my God, it's an all-timer. I go, you're goddamn right, it's an all-timer. Buckets, the mascot. We have to entertain these people. So 37 minutes. So we do shoddy, hit the floor, fucking Reeboks with the strap, big booty slap, all that shit. Dance cams, as much as we can. Buckets, the mascot, comes out, and it was announced that he's trying to set a world record for one-arm push-ups by a mascot. Then he's at half court trying to make half-court shots. Tyler says, did you throw up the pepper grinder cam? Oh, my God. Can you imagine if we busted that one out, the pepper grinder cam? I think that's a great idea. Just, you get some 4-year-old kid doing the pepper grinder. Wow. The teams actually were sent back to the locker room. Then, now this is much more of a problem than a loose wire. That's what they were saying. Oh, yeah, it's just a loose wire. It's fine. This is, excuse me, before they even called Nick. Yeah, hey, can you come fix the loose wire? It wasn't a goddamn loose wire. The whole fucking, there's like this piece of equipment. It's like a board. That thing was fried because they went and, the last resort. This is after like all this time. Somebody thinks to bring out the backup board. Like, you assholes. That's like the first thing you should have done. That goddamn backup board should be at the feet of the guy who operates the thing. So when the thing goes kablooey, you just hook up the new one. There was talk of canceling the game. So, shot clock operator guy, they like hook it all up. There's like 5 people gathered around, and oh my God. And I'm just sitting there going, you've got to be kidding me. But it wasn't until after the game when I was walking out that Nick, who was in the middle of this fucking shitstorm, said, you told that fucking cursed story today, and this is the same thing that happened the last time you told the story. So that means now that we are aware of it, that the next time we tell that story, it'll probably be in about 1 year. We will be paying extra close attention to what happens that night or the subsequent basketball game. This all adds to the majestic lore from that February 2016 incident, when my world came crashing down because I destructively attacked a man over his choice of trousers. Jesus Christ. So, EC, what did you get fired for? Did you call somebody the N-word on the radio? No. Did you show up high? Were you stoned? No. Did you touch a child? No. Did you say something terrible about any other ethnic group? Anything? Any racial slurs? No. I made fun of a guy's pants. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. Wow. So the game went way late. We won. All good. All good. They go at it again tonight. Now, you want to be there just for that. I mean, who wouldn't want to do 37 minutes of YMCA and then to the right, to the right, to the right, to the right. Now kick, now kick, now walk it by yourself. Now walk it by yourself. God. Holy cow. Sarah says, sounds fun. It actually wasn't that bad. We were able to make it through, no problem. Everybody had a good time. Away we go. Old habits die hard for your pal EZ, because I went on the walk through my neighborhood, and I started to jog. Now, my doc said to me, he goes, easy. Your running days are over. You are no longer going to run anymore. That arthritis in your right leg, your right knee, you are going to exacerbate the scenario, make it worse quicker if you run. You're done running. You're trying to buy yourself time so you can get a new knee. Basically, he's telling me it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. And then you're going to have it replaced. Now, I'm like, well, why not just put a new one in now? That way it won't ache all the damn time. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Maureen says, look at your luscious hair this morning. Well, yeah, you know. I mean, who could... I mean, it is looking fantastic, by the way. It's a little long. I have to get it cut, but it's very, very attractive. I am an extremely attractive man. Everybody knows that. Taking that walk, and it just takes too damn long to get my calorie count is 420. I need to have 420 calories burnt from movement, and most of it happens on that walk. The problem is that takes me a long time because the app on my phone, it's watching me how much distance I cover and how fast I cover that distance. And if I cover the distance faster, that means I'm burning calories quicker. So there I am walking around. It takes forever because I'm walking. So I start to jog. Light, very slow. I mean, my steps are so small. It looks like one of the chase scenes in the TV show Benny Hill. Great reference that no one gets. And my heart and lungs are so vascularly My heart and lungs are so weak that I can't do anything without complete out of breath exhaustion. That's how quickly the endurance in my heart and lungs has left me in the time since I stopped running. So, look, taking a walk is one thing, just to get moving. But my heart and lungs are fucking weak. They have detrained. And that's bothersome because I figured that out because I jogged, I'm not kidding you, 100 yards and I had to stop. This is horrible. You know, considering the fact that there was a time in my life when I would jump in a lake and swim 2.4 miles without a break. That would take me about 70 minutes, which is fucking fast. I get out of the water, run into this tent. 1 minute later, I'm on a bike on a 112-mile bike ride. No big deal. No problem. Hours later, return, put the bike back, throw on my running shoes, and run a damn marathon. Holy shit. And now here I am, handful of years later, and I am struggling to catch my breath from a 100-yard jog. Drug. It was a drug. So I do my little 100 yards. Start to walk. Walk for another 100 yards. I'm doing like a walk, run, 5K, couch to 5K style. And I'm like, okay. Florida man says your ACL will fly out while taking a crap in someone's yard. Why don't you shut up? There was one point in this little jog of mine, and I did get my work done. I got it all done, most of it jogging, like real basic, just so slow. There was one point I said, okay, I can't stop anymore. I have to keep moving. I'm going to have to slow down so much that I don't get winded so that I can actually make it to the end, to like my house. Now, back in the day, I would just go out on the roads. This is in my neighborhood. So I look like a psychopath. And my neighbors see me and they're waving. I see Cindy and her dog Tater Tot. Hi, Cindy. Hi. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Tater Tot. Oh, my God. Oh. So embarrassing. My fat ass. The only thing I have going for me is my hair makes it through. And then I walk up my driveway. I've hit my goal. I did it. I actually did it. I got a little notification on my phone. It says, congrats, you did it. You hit your goal. Yeah, it's Cindy and Tater Tot. Tyler says, quote, hi, Kathy. Hi, French Fry. Because I murdered their names. I called her Cheryl, and I called the dog McNugget. Hey, Cheryl and McNugget. No. I'm Cindy. This is Tater Tot. I'm like, fuck. Well, I've committed it to memory now. So shut up. The next hours are critical because if my knee doesn't hurt, that's a good sign. In the back of my mind, I'm like, all I want to do is just be able to take a nice leisurely jog every once in a while, burn calories at a faster pace so I don't have to walk for 2 hours around the neighborhood. The rest of the night comes and goes. I have the shot clock incident again. Way at the arena for way too long for a basketball game. Have fun. Come home. No issues. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to take the next day off. That would be today. And just take a nice leisurely old man walk. And then we will reassess. However, Woke up this morning. Got yourself a gun. It hurts. It's bothering me right now. It's not incredibly bad. It's just a little bit. It's just letting me know, hey, okay, all right. There you are again. There you are again, not listening to your doctor. It's your own world. So, little stretchy, and I will attempt a walk. Maybe it will loosen up at some point, but it's just remarkable to me. I will be on the receiving end of a knee replacement. Tyler says they don't like doing joint replacements until it's absolutely necessary. All right. Why? I don't know. I guess because there's a risk. I was talking with my dad about this, and, because we don't really have a lot to talk about because he's so forgetful. As Trucker Dan says, whatever happened to feet over elbows or whatever, that's knees over toes. Yeah, that does seem to provide some relief, but it doesn't seem to be a permanent repair. It was miraculous at the time, but I think the pain won out. It might affect people differently because Rick still does it, and he seems to be like he seems to be having no issues. He seems to have regenerated his knee somehow. I don't know. But I still do that. I still do knees over toes exercises. I was talking with my dad. I go, Dad, I have arthritis in my right knee. I can't do much more than like a walk. So he was like upset about that. And then I informed him that I have to get, one day I will need a knee replacement. And he was blown away that even exists, that they can put a new knee in there. He won't remember that conversation. Then I called him yesterday. I called Dad yesterday. It's a totally different story because, as I've indicated to you, I'm in the process of establishing a new life insurance policy because the other one expired. So I'm going to buy another policy for my later years. And since that is his forte, that is what he did for a living, I have all the answers I need, but I just wanted to talk to him about it because, well, I wanted to see how much he remembered. And I also, he likes to feel like he has, his input is appreciated, is something for him to do, I guess, in a day, in an age for him where he's constantly being told what he cannot do and what is good and what's bad. It kind of affects his worth, his self-worth. At least that's my opinion. So I call him up. I go, yeah, Dad. So this is what they want me to do. They want me to purchase this. This is a 10-year. This is a 15. This is the price of a 20. This is the price of a 30-year policy. And so I'm running it all by him. And, man, I tell you what, it's like he never, ever got out of the game. His knowledge is just unbelievable. And I was reading why that is. Why, when it comes to a dementia patient, he couldn't tell you what he had for breakfast, but he could tell you about, a life insurance policy. And the way it's described is physically in the brain, neural connections and synapses are stronger on things that are repeated, whatever it may be, your day-to-day job. So if whatever it is you do for a living, you do that all throughout, it's your life's work. You've established so much strength in those neural connections that it's like the last thing to go. But those not as strong bonds are physically destroyed. And it's remarkable that this all takes place. So that's why it's very, very important for dementia patients. If you are in their life, don't leave for a long period of time. Don't forget to call or something like that. And then so I'm talking to a buddy of my dad's. His name is Bill Pistorio. And he's involved in this whole life insurance thing. And my dad was his mentor. So I'm talking to Bill. And Bill says, yeah, I talked to your dad in December. I go, okay. So then I'm talking to my dad. I go, so Mr. Pistorio says hi. And he goes, who? I go, Bill Pistorio? He goes, yeah. I haven't talked to him in a long time. I go, no, I think you talked to him in December. He goes, I don't think so. And then you hear Joanne say, yes, you did. So I go, okay. So then I call Bill up. I go, look, dude, he's forgetting the conversations. If you don't want him to forget you, you got to call him a lot. Or you're, oops, hang on. The fuck? So I want to forget that. So he goes, oh my God. Yeah, I had no idea. I go, yeah, it gets worse all the time. It gets worse all the time. And then eventually he's just going to forget everything. It's fucking devastating. Megan says, I'm thankful you got to have that conversation with him. I bet it was good for your heart. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I kind of, I knew all the answers to the things that I was asking him, but I wanted him to tell me. You know? It's kind of like we were together up north and we had to change a tire. Somebody's car got a flat tire. And, so we say, Dad, we need your help. We got to change this tire. Now, we obviously know what the fuck we're doing. And so we're like, okay, let's give him jobs. Now, the fucking tire iron that goes on the lugs and you loosen it, he has no idea how that works. So we kind of put it on there, loosen it just a little. Go, okay, Dad, you got to spin this thing, and then these will come off. He'll say, well, yeah, I mean, he could have done that in his sleep before. So then he figures that out, and we take the lugs, and we take them off, and they're there in a pile. And 30 seconds later, he goes, what the hell are these things here? How did these fall off, guy? No, we put those there. And then so we put the jack under the car. Okay, Dad, now you got to turn this thing and the car will rise up, it'll lift up. Okay, guy. And he's turning the fucking thing and the car goes up. And then Joanne gets his attention. He looks at her and then he looks back and the car is in the air. You can see that it's up. It's jacked up. He goes, what the hell happened here? What's going on with this thing? It's in the air. I go, yeah, I know. Well, we just jacked it up. That's how you get the tire off. Oh. Okay, Dad, pull the tire off. The what? The tire. This thing. Oh, okay, guy. This is fucking ridiculously hilarious and fun and awesome and sad at the same time. Oh, my God. The way this feels to me right now is if you were plotted out the date that I found out that my dad had dementia, I'm guessing that was 2017, 2018. And a dot is every time I think about his mortality from that date, whatever it was, to February 8th, 2024. And a dot would represent my times that I think about his eventual, passing. Times that I actually think about it. And you would see you'd see a lot of space between each dot on the plotting, if you will. And then slowly but surely more dots would appear as you pass through the passage of time, because I'm constantly reminded that, this is a temporary job here on the planet. I don't mean to bring the room down. It's just what's on my mind right now. What's on my mind today because of the interactions that I have with him. But I treasure those. I really do. And you should too. Not only with him, but with, people in your life. Unless if they're an asshole. Okay? Unless they are horrible. I am Mr. Family is overrated. Like if you were to put a bunch of people and they say, yeah, my so-and-so in my family is such an asshole, but he's my family, so I love him or I love her. I don't do that. He's an asshole. Yeah, but you love him, don't you? I don't know. Not at this exact moment. No, I can't stand that fucker. Or she, or he, or whoever. No, I don't fucking talk to them. Fuck that shit. Yeah, but that's your family. Yeah, I know, but fucking I have feelings too, goddammit. I mean, fuck that shit. That's your blood. Fuck the blood. I don't give a shit. If you're an asshole, I don't want to talk to you. Go fuck yourself. Megan says, my anecdote is devastating to think about. Now I need to go hug my parents. Exactly. Megan says, I tell my kids I always love you, but I don't always like you. I might be the asshole in my family. No. I'll go one further. Yeah, sure, I love you. But more importantly, I don't like you. But I'll go even one further. With zero hope that I will ever like you. Zero hope. Like, you're done. You're out of it. You're off the team. You're fucking Prince Harry. Fuck you. Which, by the way, I think Prince Harry I don't know all the details on that, but wasn't there like some racist discussion because he married Meghan Markle? And then there was some talk about the kid's skin color. I cannot believe that there was even that discussion about the kid's skin color. That was the death blow. First of all, she's like very light skinned and he's as white as a ghost. So, I mean, it's pretty obvious that kid's going to be white as shit. He's not going to be ginger white, but he'll be white. Bob says, just because they're blood doesn't mean shit. Family is what you make it. Exactly. Kent says, did I already read Kent's? My wife's dealing with that with her family right now. Well, that's a bummer. Which, by the way, I never did mention that the king has cancer. Now, never before has there been a story about someone as prominent in the world with so little, I don't know, interest or details. You would think that the King of England getting cancer would be something that would pique my interest, but I can't think of a less interesting, famous, rich person in all of eternity than the royal family. The only interesting one in the royal family is fucking Harry. And that's not that interesting at all. God damn it. And then they're talking about like how as the king is getting like cancer treatment, that William now has to take over king duties. And they're like ribbon cuttings, wine tasting, groundbreakings, walk through an orphanage and act like you care about those kids. Jesus. Corey says they have become too unlikable. Well, I disagree. I was never interested. I've never been interested in any of those people. The only time anyone has ever really paid attention to what's going on is when something salacious or horrible has happened. Divorce. What do you call it? The king cheating with Camilla. Problem. The divorce. Diana, the king. The death of Diana. Elton John takes Candle in the Wind and writes it about the queen or the divorce queen. I don't know. But those folks, they're like, oh my God, this is so great. They're so interesting. They're not interesting at all. They're fucking horrible. Amanda says she is interested. What part of it is interesting to you? I don't understand. I mean, if there was something interesting, what is it? Other than just, oh no, they're royal. You can't just say that. There's got to be something that's intriguing about these people. And as predicted, just the whole dynamic, that doesn't say anything. I mean, something specific of as to why. Yeah, she's speaking in generalizations. Amanda doesn't have the intellectual capacity to actually formulate a thought as to why they're interesting. All she said was the dynamic, and I watched a TV show, and it's fascinating. Okay, so you should be able to give me something specific that's interesting. But there's not. You're just saying that because you think so. She writes, Kate was in the hospital for abdominal pain, so William actually cannot perform any of the king's duties right now because he's busy doing that. So they had to fly Harry in, and now they're trying to figure out who's going to take care of everything. That does not sound interesting to me. You know what is more interesting? Making fun of you for being interested in such drivel. Who's going to take care of everything? Take care of what? They don't do anything. Now, if Harry walked in to Buckingham Palace and just, started unloading magazine after magazine of AK-47 rounds, now we're talking. All right. Wait right there, folks. Easy's got to go tinkle. I will be right back. Allow Amanda to entertain you with stupid, useless royal family information. And then I'm going to come back and block her. Ryan is trying to bait Amanda into getting in trouble. Look at O'Neill. Because Amanda announces I said I was going to come back and block her. No, I was kidding, of course. She wrote, You know what? Don't fucking block me. I'm out anyway. I don't have time to deal with this. Deal with this? What are you talking about? We're just talking about how the royal family is not interesting. Jesus. She says, Ryan wrote, I'm very sad we did not get an Amanda impression through all of that. I have nothing to look forward to anymore. Amanda says, I'm going to see Matt Rife tonight, so I don't really care what any of you say. Wait a minute. So because you're going to see a comedian, everybody else can go fuck themselves? Is that what's going on here? I don't get it. Weird. And then Matt says, tell us about this Matt Rife, Amanda. I haven't a clue. You're trying to get her to talk. And if she talks, that leads to hilarity. Kenny says, please yell out at Matt tonight and act a fool so I can see him on TikTok going off on you later. Yeah. Why don't you get in the front row and be like the way you are when I do my show? Are you going to afford Matt the luxury of doing a show without random interjections from you? That's a great question. Thank you, guys. This is a great opportunity to find out from Amanda.
Yeah.
That's no way to answer a phone.
Wow, I knew you were going to call me.
You did?
I did.
How come? Why? What the hell's going on?
I just got this feeling.
You got a feeling? I don't understand. About what? What would I be calling you about?
I don't know, either because I said I wasn't going to talk to anybody anymore, or because I said I was going to see Matt Rife tonight. I don't know.
I see you wrote something about, it was, let's see what you wrote. You know what? Don't fucking block me. I'm out anyway. I don't have time to deal with this. Deal with what? I don't understand what you were dealing with.
Oh, just the chat, you getting pissed off and everything. I just had a telehealth appointment with my psychologist so that I can get on some different medication because I've been putting up with shit all week.
Well, I didn't give you any shit. I just said the king and queen aren't interesting, and and you disagreed. What the hell's wrong with that?
Well, you gotta watch The Crown. You gotta I follow this guy on YouTube, talks about it all the time, and he has really interesting things to say. But I haven't done it recently, so that's why I couldn't come up with any recent examples.
You wrote that you're going to see Matt Rife. I think, and I said that's a comedian. That's right? He's a comedian?
Yes. Yeah, Ben doesn't like him.
So when he's doing a show, like let's say he formulates a thought or he's doing a bit or something like that, depending on how close you are or maybe the people around you, will the silence be broken or will Matt be interrupted with, "Hey, I like bowling"?
No, I'm hoping that he just sees what I'm wearing and says something because we're second row from the front.
Okay, so you're not going to blurt things out and interrupt him with random things. So how come?
No, because if you do that, you piss him off, and then he won't do any crowd work with you.
Really? Oh, wow. He doesn't like that?
No, he wants it organic. He wants organic stuff, usually driven by him.
Yeah, wow. Interesting. Boy, what a concept. That's so awesome that you afford him that.
Yeah, he makes a lot of money, doesn't he?
Yeah, I know he sure does. I sure wish I had that luxury. But no, I gotta tolerate.
He doesn't have a chat underneath him, though.
Oh yeah, I know. He's got even better. He's got you. You can just scream it out if you want, but no, you don't do that.
No, if there was a chat going on underneath his talking, I probably would be partaking in that.
So if there was a chat that he couldn't see that was scrolling behind him on a screen, Matt would be talking about a comedy bit, and you would talk about, whatever's on your brain. Hey, everybody. Hey, guess what? Guess what? I like leather chairs. So,
Yeah, you made your point.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I do. Oh, well, enjoy the show. I'm just so happy that you're able to go and have a good time. Who are you paying to go with you?
My daughter?
Oh, okay. Your daughter's going.
It's her Christmas and birthday and all kinds of other presents.
All right. Okay. Where's
it's a meet and greet.
It's a meet and greet. Where? Oh no, poor Matt. Oh my God. What? Where is the event?
DeVos.
Okay. Well, there you go. Matt Rife, Amanda's offspring, and okay. It sounds like a good time. Enjoy yourself.
Oh, I will.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Oh my God. Florida man says you used to make Matt Rife money, but you destroyed your garden of listeners almost 2 years ago. That's right. Does anybody have the garden of listeners letter? I would love to read the garden of listeners. Eric, you have planted seeds, cultivated, you turned the soil. And other agricultural references. You have applied the fertilizer. You have been the sunlight to help the garden of listeners grow. Now, you have burned the crops. What in the world are we to do? Aram says if someone is still part of that Facebook group, it could be looked up. Yeah, if you could. I know there's a few of you, the moles, who are here. All right, I'm already way behind. Way behind. First off, for the folks who are watching on Facebook, X, and YouTube, thank you for being here. I'm going to send you on your way, though. The rest of the show is available on Twitch. Search Eric Zane Live.